both the reading passage and the talk. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. The university is considering building a new athletic stadium. Read the article in the student newspaper. You will have 45 seconds to read the article. Begin reading now. Two students discussing the article.
So what do you think of the university's new plan?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it's going to work.
No?
I mean, I can't imagine top students being too thrilled about some of the conditions on this campus.
What do you mean?
Like the science laboratories having such old, outdated equipment, and the library needing more books, and the student center being so small. I think that the $2 million could be spent in better places if the university is really serious about achieving its goal.
Okay, but what about the other reason for building the stadium? I mean, right now we have so little contact with the town.
Yeah, but this won't help relations. Look, people from town hardly ever come to games because our teams always lose, and they're not suddenly going to improve overnight. Besides, adding seats won't make a difference. I mean, if people from town didn't come before, they won't come now just because the place is bigger.
The woman expresses her opinion about the university's plan. State her opinion and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
Please prepare your answer after the beep.
After the beep, huh?
Please begin speaking after the beep.
In the reading process, the university is telling that the university will build a new stadium, and this will be favorable to attract more top students, and it will be good to make a good relationship with the town. But the woman in the reading process disagree with the idea, because at first, she thinks that the top student will not be attracted by this new stadium because science lab is too old and the student center is very small. And another reason for this is that their team always losing, and it is hard to imagine that the town people can be attracted just because the place become bigger. Based on these reasons, she disagrees with the idea.
Number 4.
いいんじゃないですか、結構、
In
結
this
構、
question, you will
結
read
構
a
できたと思
short
うんですよ。
passage on an academic subject
Academic
and then
subject
listen
and
to a
listen to
talk
the
on the
class on
same
the same
topic.
topic.
You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the talk. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak.
60,000 to speak.
Now read
Now
the
written
passage from a
perceptual
psychology
constancy.
textbook. You have 50 seconds to read the passage. Lecture on this
これはむずい
in
ぞ
a
やっぱ
psychology class.
Let's take an everyday example. An ordinary round plate like you'd find in a kitchen. If you hold the plate directly in front of your face and look at it, what shape do you see? A perfect circle, right? Suppose you tilt the plate to a different angle, to a horizontal position, like you're planning to put food on it. Still a perfect circle? No. The circle is now stretched out, flattened into an oval. Do you conclude the plate has actually changed shape? Or that it's a different object, not the same plate? Of course not. It looks different, but we perceive it as still being the same. Here's a different example. This classroom we're in, it's fairly large, right? Now, from up close, from the front row, I appear to be relatively big. Bigger than if you were in the last row, right? But let's say you're sitting in the front row today, but tomorrow you're sitting in the back row. From back there, I'm going to look smaller, but you don't think I've actually gotten smaller. You don't think you're seeing a different professor, a guy who looks like me except he's smaller. No matter where you are, up close or far away, you understand without even thinking about it that I'm the same size, the same person.
Explain what is meant by perceptual constancy using the examples provided by the professor.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
The perceptual constancy is that people can realize the size regardless of angle or distance. The professor tries to illustrate this topic by example of a round plate and a classroom. And in the kitchen, there is a round plate, and people can realize that this is a perfect circle regardless of angle or distance. And even if students look professor from front of row or front of back row, the size of professor does not change. These examples illustrate the topic perceptual constancy.
Number 5. In this question, you will listen to a conversation.